Hi guys, welcome back to GlutenFreeTori. So it's been quite a few months since I've last uploaded a video, and that is because I've been finishing my university degree at the University of Greenwich. This week I submitted my final exams and I got my dissertation grade back. So fingers crossed I am on my way to getting a 2-1, but now it's over, I'm back at work. I can start focusing again on this channel, on my blog and on my Instagram, so make sure you're following all of those. I'll put all the links down below. So I thought to get back into doing this channel, I would go back to the baking masterclasses that Becky Excell was doing. I've already done the scones or scones and the Victoria sponge cakes, and now it's time for the white chocolate chip and raspberry cookies, which I was going to be making when I was on the low FODMAP last year, but I couldn't find any white chocolate chips that were dairy-free and didn't contain inulin. So the ones that at Asda were dairy-free but contained inulin, the ones at Sainsbury's were never in stock. So now I am off that. I can finally have normal white chocolate chip cookies again. So I've just got the Asda normal ones. And especially I kept meaning to make these and I kept buying raspberries and they were going out of date. So now I just thought, you know what, let's just bake it. I really want to make cookies. I haven't had cookies in so long. I've even got the Eat a Mess Funfetti cookie mix to make, which you might have seen on my Instagram. So yeah, let's have a look at the ingredients. So first things first, we've got the bicarbonate of soda, vanilla extract, caster sugar, brown sugar, sea salt.
So side note, it never said to actually include the salt. I don't know
butter,
why.
Plain flour, eggs, white chocolate chips, I can't say that word today, and of course the raspberries. So I am excited to make this because white chocolate chip and raspberry, I think, is just such a lovely combination. They just go well together. Even if you're not having it in a cookie, they just taste great. So let's get baking. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than expected, but the butter is now melted, so it's all nice and gooey. Ooh. And we're going to mix the caster sugar, brown sugar and melted sugar together till it's all nice and fluffy. All that lighting is bad, I do apologise for how bright it is in this video. So yeah, let's get on with the first thing. Okay, so I just watched the video that Becky does, and apparently we're meant to have waited for the melted butter to have cooled a bit. I didn't see that in the recipe, I didn't watch the video. So, yeah, slight error there. I've also just put the raspberries in the freezer, so apparently they firm up better to make the cookies. So yeah, when you're making this, cool the butter a bit first, but yeah. Okay, we'll keep mixing it, and apparently it gets quite firm. In her video, it gets quite firm after mixing it a while, so I'm hoping that the heat won't mess it up too much. We'll find out. Okay, since it is looking nothing like how stiff it is in Becky's video, I'm going to put it in the fridge for a little bit just to cool it down and see if that will help stiffen it up a bit. So yeah, this is a lesson that you should always do your research before starting a video, because as we know, most of the stuff I do goes wrong because I don't read ahead. But yeah, I'm going to put it in the fridge, let it cool down, and hopefully that will stiffen it up so it actually looks more solid than it does some liquidy, syrupy mess. See you in a bit. Okay, so it has thickened up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to get to how it is in the video. So I'm just going to mix it a little bit more and then add the egg and the vanilla extract to it. Okay, so yeah, I definitely think that cooking is just not for me. I'm just not a baker, I'm not a chef. It's really not turning into cookie dough like how it is in Becky's video, so I'm going to put it in the fridge for a little bit longer, and then worst comes to worst, I'm just going to do it, because at the end of the day, they're still going to be cookies. Even if they look awful, they're still going to be good, I think. So, yeah. I'm not saying I'm a chef, I'm not claiming to be a baker, I just want to make some cookies really, so I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes. Add in the raspberries and the white chocolate chips, and then they've got to go in the fridge anyway for 40 minutes. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so it definitely hasn't hardened up in the fridge, but like I said before, we're just gonna move with it. So I've got the dough, it's a bit thicker than it was before, but it's still a bit runny. So I'm gonna add the white chocolate chips into it, and then I'm gonna cut up some of the raspberries and put them in as well. Okay, so I've now mixed together all of the raspberries and the white chocolate chips. It says to put it now into the fridge for an hour or the freezer for 40 minutes. There is no way I have any space in my freezer for a bowl of this size, so I'm going to put it in the fridge, but I'm definitely going to leave it for more than an hour because of how runny it is, so I might even do 2 hours, maybe more. So I'll probably see when it's a little bit darker because that's just how it is right now. But yeah, I really hope it does start to sort of stiffen up just so I can even like cut it into cookie bits, but if not, I'm sure it's going to be fine, even if it's runny cookies, you know? Just cookies, and it's raspberry and white chocolate, which is a really lovely flavour anyway. So yeah, I'm going to put it in the fridge, cover it in cling film, and I will see you soon. Bye! So I've just taken the cookie dough out of the fridge. It's definitely less runny than it was before. I'm hoping it's going to work, so I'm going to now roll it into balls and put it on these parchment sort of sheets ready to go. Becky says on her blog that she weighs them to make them equal. I'm not really sure if they're going to stick together that well because obviously it is quite a runny mixture-ish. But yeah, we will see it and I'll show you. So as you can tell, that did not go well. It was just weighing down the gloves. So what I might do is put those 6 in the oven. I'm so glad I did choose to use gloves now, because otherwise that'd be so sticky. And then maybe roll some of it up and put it in the freezer and cut it. Otherwise it's just going to be a gloopy mess. These are going to turn into puddles, I can just already tell. So yeah, definitely make sure your butter's not too hot when you make it, because this is a gloopy mess right now. Oh well, just a normal Sunday for you. Oh, let's go. So it's been 10 minutes, but they're definitely not ready yet. So I've put the timer on for another 5 minutes, so they're quite squidgy still. But they look like cookies. Okay, so here are the first lot of cookies that came out. As you can see, they're quite spongy still, but apparently cookies like start to set and then come firmer. So I'm gonna leave them so they can cool down. The other ones are in the freezer at the moment, so I'm just gonna wait until that's set a bit better, just so that I can cook more, because obviously these were so spongy when I put them in. But yeah, I'm gonna let these cool down. I'm gonna turn the oven off, and I'll probably do the rest of the batch either later tonight or maybe even tomorrow morning, but I will let you know how these firm up. But yeah, actually what I thought was going to be a really bad disaster, it turned out looking like, you know, cookies. You wouldn't get these, you know, in a store, because we're not professional chefs or bakers here, but I'm happy with that. I mean, it's just me eating them, so I'm very looking forward to eating those. Overall, a thumbs up. I will see you when I put the next ones in there. Bye! So I have left the cookies to cool for quite a long time now, and they definitely are like a cake consistency, I would say. When I like rip them up, some of them are kind of coming apart, and if you look at the bottom, it's very, yeah, they just kind of fall apart. But we will do a taste test. They taste nice. So I think actually this was quite a success. Hopefully when I get the other ones out of the freezer and cut them up, they'll be a lot less gooey than the other ones were. But they taste really good, so I think it's a success. So thank you for joining me with this video. Hopefully I will be doing more of these and won't be gone for months like last time. And I'll insert a little picture of the other ones after this. See you all later. Bye! Guys, it's a couple of days later now, and I'm going to put the rest of the cookies into the oven. I put them in the freezer for a bit, and I probably should have took them out sooner because I ended up having to defrost them because I'd left it in too long. So I definitely think next time I will do the butter cooled so that it hardens up, because these are definitely soft. They were very cake-like, the cookies. Also, the salt that was in the ingredients never got mentioned in the recipe. I don't know if that was anything to do with it, but I doubt it. So yeah, I'm going to cook these. I'm going to put them a little bit longer than the time before, just so they firm up a little bit. But yeah, they tasted really good last time, so who really cares that they were more like cakes than cookies? But yeah, I will see you in a second. My hand ripped this one open as I took it out of the oven, but aside from that, they're looking pretty good. They're definitely very spongy, as you can sort of see inside. It's quite cake-like, but I'll let them cool down and I think they'll be ready to eat. So overall, I think this week has been quite a success when you take into account the butter incident. And yeah, tasted really nice and soft like cake, rather than cookies, but it tasted great. And hopefully I don't even know what the next one is. Yeah, I'll do the next lesson sometime soon, and I'll do a few more videos and hopefully more stuff on the blog and my Instagram. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!
The second batch of cookies definitely came up a lot crispier and harder on the outside than the first ones, but they still tasted absolutely amazing, and you can see the difference between them.